Hi. I thought I thought Russell House 2 was insane. Let's make this clear. I gotta say this ahead of time. I've not been having fun. They're doing reconstruction in front of my building, so I don't see a lot outside. There's a lot of weird noises coming throughout the walls when it happens. You know how weirdness happens when they renovate a building. This weather in New York has been unstable. It's not been freezing cold. It's been warm to rainy, almost to the point of being muggy. My throat has been messed up for over a week, and that's just allergies and having a cold. And when this show came on, I yelled legitimately so loud and laughed my ass off so much, I hurt my damn throat, which was already agitated as it was from the weather. That ain't no joke. Don't worry, I'm fine. I don't have the COVID. I'm fine. It's just all right here and all here. Nothing here. I'm cool. But when you look at this show, guys, I thought Wrestle House 2 was the most ridiculously nutty thing I've seen. This madness. This is Throwback Throwdown 2. Winter War 84. How am I going to get through this without laughing my ass off? I don't know. I'm going to tell you right now. I may not put any image. I may put maybe a few images here because I have 80 calm down. I took over 80 to 90 shots of images, guys. Over 90. There was so much going on. If this was done on a weekly basis, I could remember what was stated. I can't remember practically anything. There was so much going on. I can only remember some of it. Even with my notes, I gotta still remember it all. And there was so much there that made me laugh. I started forgetting I was supposed to be a reviewer, then a fan and spectator. That is one of the major problems you have as a reviewer of these types of things. If it's really funny or stupid or something that pisses you off, you get taken out of the position that you're supposed to be in. That's supposed to be someone who's non-biased, that's supposed to review what's here and then relay it to you. I'm going to say this to you now before I get started here. This, ow, it's my throat. This show, you watch it, it's going to, if someone who is serious about wrestling, who doesn't like this type of theatrics, this will piss your ass off beyond no end. Let's make this clear. This is going to piss you off. You're going to think Impact Wrestling is the most stupidest shit you've ever seen. You will. There's no joke about this, because this is more about entertainment than it is about pro wrestling, like AEW is generally when it comes to the wrestling. So I'm going to tell you now, if you're not interested in that type of stuff, do not watch this. You will get mad, period. But if you're a casual viewer of wrestling or a wrestling fan who likes a little mix of actual stuff, sometimes you do a little bit of joking around, not like WWE where they go all out, just entertainment, no wrestling. You know Impact does good wrestling. They may go theatrical and joking around a lot, on and off, but when they do it, this is one of those times that you can watch it because it was beyond stupid. Here what we got. Taking away from the matches, I'll talk about them later. What did we get? We get Matt Striker working with Josh Matthews. One of the few times Josh's annoying voice works. You see a Matt Striker dressed, and I believe I'll put an image in my face of both of them. At first, I didn't recognize Matt Striker. But then I'm going like, wait a minute, that has to be Matt. And when I looked over some of the images I've already taken, I realized it was Matt. Getting stone cold drunk. You got Scartelli, who is Scartelli and Scartelli Jr. No, Scartelli Sr. I'm mispronouncing the name purposely because I can't remember. That's the closest I can come to when it came to Scott being Scartelli, the owner of the company, and Scartelli Jr., his son, a Josh Matthews. It is that beyond stupid. I'm telling you, this show was stupid beyond reasoning. So stupid, you will think Wrestle House was mild compared to this. Okay? Going through it, it just made you laugh at home. I don't know about the people at the arena they're at, but anybody who will watch this will make yourself, you will laugh. Particularly when they start jabbing at WWE. This is a total jab at WWE. They mention Triple H. They use one of their characters as a Triple H who looked like Hillbilly Jim, and that's Jake somebody. I'll come to that in a minute. But honestly, they did big jabs at WWE. At one point, in that match I'll talk about in a few minutes, you hear them literally say, well, I can't believe this guy's done so well. It's like it's kind of like if he went and married the boss's daughter. They went there. They freaking went there. They jabbed their asses off at WWE. Now, mind you, I don't think Vince is going to give a damn. I think they're going to just laugh at this and say, they got nothing else to do but to mess with us. That is pretty much what it is. Last year and the year before, because it's been going on for 2 years now, they did have one in 2020, which wasn't very good because of COVID. This one makes up for it in spades. So let's open. If I'm forgetting, I'm telling you now, there's no way I'm going to remember everything. You're going to have to watch it. So if I'm missing stuff, I just can't remember it all. It was too much. I got 3 pages worth. Here's one. You can see it in the corner. Here's number 2. Here's number 3. There was so much stuff there. There's no way I remember everything. So if I'm messing something up, if I'm forgetting something, take it for what it is. Okay, the opening of the show, they have it outside with a guy who looks like Caleb with a K. Now, he's supposed to be, what's his name in this one? He's supposed to be Dexter Pennycoat. And I think that's Caleb. I could be wrong, but he's wearing a mustache and a beard. He's wearing the most thickest ass glasses. He pretty much is a Poindexter beyond stink. And he waits for a guy to come driving up in, I believe, a Dark Angel. An old Buick, I believe that's what it's called, a Buick. Dark Angel, that's what it was called. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I cared about cars. But he drives up, and it's Luke Gallows as sexy, I can't remember. What is he called? Forbins. What is his name again? I can't remember his name. Ferguson. There you go. Sexy Ferguson. He goes to the ring and he's saying, I got no one to challenge me. Muscles McGee can't come in. And what was the guy's name that he was supposed to actually have the match with? I think it was Muscles McGee. He was stopped at the border because something went wrong. And Scanelli, I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry, Scott, comes out and says, it's kind of interesting. And he's trying a Greek accent because his name's supposed to be Greek or Italian, but I think it's Greek. And he says, what do you think you're doing? You do not have the right to even say anything. How did you know that he got stopped at the Canadian border? What is going on? You know what? I think you're playing around, and you can see the crowd was actually laughing their ass off. They were enjoying this. He says, you're going to be going up against someone that I decided to pick. You do not get the day off, and it's Santa Claus, which we saw. That looks like, and I believe I got a shot of him in my face, and you know who that is. There's no way you don't know who that is. That's Willie Mack. It is ridiculous because last year, I can barely remember that one, Willie Mack, Downtown Daddy Brown, lost his chance to ever go after the International Commonwealth TV Championship. That's their championship. And he can never go after it again. He's not allowed. So this was his chance. He faked it. Here we go. Let's move on. The first match. Chad Too Bad versus Bill Ding. You got Carl Anderson as Chad Too Bad, who's to face, and Bill Ding, who is Trey, who looks like he's from the Village People doing construction. I think I got a shot of him. He's in my face. What? This was, guys, when you saw the match, if you've seen it, they weren't doing a real match. They weren't doing like a real high-paced wrestling match. This was a joke match. At one point, you got Bill Ding getting smacked in the ass by a Chad Too Bad. It was ridiculous. Oh, my throat, I'm hurting my throat. This is what I was doing. I was laughing so much how stupid this was and how it made me laugh that it hurt my throat. My throat was itchy as it is. But, oh my God, you can hear my nose. It's all stopped up. That's show here. It's not here. It here. I already took my medicine, so I'm okay. But still. Chad Too Bad won. There was no way that not Bill Dill, but Bill Ding was going to win. There's no way. It was ridiculous. At one point, he was wearing his hard hat in the damn match. It was that ridiculous. It was so damn funny. It was stupid. Then we got the Sunday Morning Express, which is supposed to be like a reporting news group of, now I could be wrong about the guy, but Chris Sabin was there, but he looked like he was working with, it kind of looked like Chris Bay, but he didn't have his dreads and he didn't have a beard or mustache, so it might not be Chris Bay. It probably isn't Chris Bay, but it looked like Chris Bay. I think I got a shot of them. They're in my face right now. It looks like Chris Bay, but I don't think it is Chris. It's probably somebody else. Unless that was Chris Bay and he was wearing a cap over his head, which I don't think he was. But whoever that was, it was ridiculous that they were going to destroy the Rhythmic Warriors. And I don't know if that was Aganya. I don't remember who the guy is. I remember once before, Matt something, I think. He's an older wrestler, like in his 60s. But he could still move in the ring a bit. And you get a music video from Johnny Swinger and Matt Singer with some woman that looks like she might have been a swingette. And I believe I got a shot of that, and this in my face. I can't. When you saw it, you just want to laugh about the music video. And then when you see the match, it's even more ridiculous that the older guy, I don't remember his name, he literally was doing old school, and Matt and Josh were trying to sell it as, what is this, current school or new school? It was beyond stupid. To the point that eventually he did old school with both the guys of the Sunday Morning Express. It was, you know who won. You know it was going to be the Rhythmic Warriors. There's just no way. There was no way. It's that ridiculous. Now, here's where it gets a little interesting. At one point, I almost forgot. Trey was being called Bob the Builder. The next match, which was kind of the same, well, if you saw the first Throwback Throwdown 1 in 2019, you got Ace Austin coming out as a punker with a cigarette in his mouth. This time he comes out again, but it looks like he was with Brandy Burnett. I could be wrong. I think that was Brandy Burnett. I haven't seen her without her makeup in so long I forgot. But they come out, and they're going to meet Frank the Butcher, who is basically Rhino. The match, honestly, you got Rip the Razor playing off Razor Ramon. It looked like he was playing off Razor Ramon. Coming in with a cigarette in his mouth, wrestling with a fake cigarette in his mouth. It looked like it was fake. I don't know. But it looked like it was fake. It wasn't a real one. And at one point, when the match was over, and I believe it was Frank who won, he gets his throat sliced by Rip the Ripper. Well, the Razor. Honestly, I'm going like, they didn't go there. And then it gets worse, because once they go in the back, and the doc is there, the regular doc you always see in Impact, he's wearing, it's not him, but somebody else. He's supposed to be the orderly back in '84 a brand new trainee orderly, and he has to do a tracheotomy. Then he's told, hey, since the doctor got knocked out by Cosmic, who was Raju, I think Chris Cosmic, I believe he's called himself, he got nailed by Chris Cosmic, the doctor. Then the orderly, who's the regular doctor you normally see, who says he's an orderly in 84, he has to do a tracheotomy with a straw, a pencil, and I think a penknife. No, I don't even remember. He has to do it. Then later it gets even more ridiculous where he's got to help out the Jazzy Fit, what is her name? Jazzy Fit Babe, and that is Madison Rain, and what was the guy's name? I can't even remember his name, who Sam was playing. I can't remember his name, but I'll get to him in a minute. It's just ridiculous. Now, you got Chris Cosmic, I believe that's his name, Raju was playing. He said, I managed to get Scadoli, I believe I'm doing the name wrong again. That is Scott Senior, Scadoli Senior. He nailed him. He took his family heirloom, something around his neck, some type of maybe brooch or whatever. Not brooch, but like I forgot the name of it. What do you call that? A chain with something on it. And guess who gets pissed off? And guess who does a match? You get Scadoli Jr., Josh Matthews going to the ring and says, you know what? Since my dad is not being in charge, that means I'm in charge. You know what? I want a match, and I want a match against you. Josh Matthews has not wrestled generally for Impact or any Impact, I think, since 2018. Or not, no, 18. I think 18. 17 or 18 was the last time he wrestled, and he wrestled a long time ago. I forgot who he's working with. It's been so long. When he was in that angle, he was acting like an ass. But here, he wrestles as a face. And he doesn't do that bad. Yes, after about 2 minutes, he freaking tanks. He gets so exhausted. He's done. But he does go through the match. He does a Hurricanrana. He does several moves in there. He does a Inseguri. And eventually, he does manage to pin Chris Cosmic, if that was the name. And then Scadoli Sr. is coming to the ring to check on Scadoli Jr. because he honored his father. He gives him the chain, whatever was on it, because it's a family heirloom, and now he's passing it to his son. And they make this about it, and my throat hurts. I'm like, I can't stand it. I'm hurting my own throat by laughing so damn much. This is exactly what was doing. I think I've gone insane. Breathe. Oh man, my nose is hurting now. Okay, breathe. Next thing we're going to talk about. We are going to talk about DJ Too Large, Colonel Cobb, and Preston, what is it? Preston Wesley. DJ Too Large is Moose, coming out wanting to sing. Well, not sing, but rap. Then you got Colonel Cobb, or Cobby, or whatever, which looked like Keith coming out. No, was it Heath? Who was the colonel? Johnny Bravo was the colonel. Then you got Presley Wesley, who was Heath, who was playing off being the Honky Tonk Man. That was a Honky Tonk Man. And Honky Tonk Man, if you don't remember Honky Tonk, look him up. He was an IC champion in WWF for more than over 2 years at least. And he was playing off on him. And they were going back and forth about who has the right to sing. Then DJ gets his ass kicked a little bit and then gets the guitar to the back. And supposedly, I guess next year, we're going to be seeing a rematch of these two. Unless they're actually going to do this in 6 months. I wouldn't mind them doing this once every 3 to 6 months. Do a Throwback Throwdown once every 3 months. Just to keep the people interested. But we don't have a match with them, but that's what you get. Now, we get, well, once, let me go with the match. I Am Bell, which is, I am a Bell, not I Am Bell. I am a Bell, which is Deanna Purrazzo, versus Rusty Iron, which looked like Brandy Bardette, have a match. They get this because pretty much Rusty, I'm trying to remember all these names, Rusty Iron and Rip Razor try to leave. They don't get to. I'm a Bell, tries to stop them because they thought it was wrong. And then you got one guy, what was it? What did he call himself? I can't remember. Oh man, I cannot remember the name. I can't remember what Sam was called. He seemed to be like a, what is it? Rider Without a Cause. I can't remember the name of the show anymore. But pretty much, he supposedly stops him from leaving. They have the match, but then he drives off in a sweet car. And then supposedly he crashes it. I'm just saying. I don't know. We get a scene of Jimmy Jacob as well as I don't know. I think Jimmy Hart was in a wheelchair one time in his angle in WWF. So Jimmy Jacob was in a wheelchair. And then you got the Sammy Callahan coming out with a crutch, which he might still be injured, but he was able to come out in a crutch. And it looked like he was playing up, trying to be maybe I don't know who was doing the crutch bit. It could have been Jim Cornette or Bobby the Brain Heenan. I can't remember. That's what they were playing off of. I can't even tell you guys. It was a nice segment between Jimmy Jacob and the Sammy Callahan arguing about who is going to be the manager of somebody else. That just, it's ridiculous. Then we get a match. A Four Corners Texas Bull Rope match. Well, yeah, a four-corner bull rope match, not Texas, bull rope match of Triple H, Hard Harry Hall. And that's Jake Somebody. And then you have the Badlands Bart, who was Larry D. That one of the few matches that was really trying to be like a real match to a certain extent. And I'm just it was a good match for what it was. And Triple H won, and that's where that line came in, like I said earlier, that, oh, Triple H wins. It's like he's gotten over so easily. Maybe he's married the daughter of the boss. That's when it went. And I heard that. I laughed my freaking ass off so hard. I could not believe they went there. It's always been a trope when it comes to Triple H marrying Stephanie in real life. Not just marrying the boss in storyline, but marrying her in real life and knocking her up. No one expected it to be real, and it's real. And they went there. Now, many people may say that's a total insult. How dare them? Come on, please. It's a joke. It's a trope. Deal with it. He has. I'm just saying. Now, let's get to the next thing if I can remember everything here. Okay, we get a match of Timber, literally, Timber, of Josh Alexander. He's playing Timber, having his interview beforehand with a damn axe in his hand, saying, I'm going to chop down that damn Redwood, pretty much. And then we get Eric the Redwood, and that is W. Morrissey, but not an ordinary W. Morrissey. No. We got W. Morrissey, who looked like freaking Taz. Dressed as like the Tasmaniac, in a sense. Barefoot! He doesn't step over the top turnbuckle like he normally does with his boots on. He has to go in between the second and third turnbuckle. Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. It was an okay match. They did a lot of references to WWF. I'm sorry. They went and talked about every kind of person there. They tried to change the names, but Josh said, no, I want to talk about Andre the Giant. He said, don't you mean Eric the Giant? He said, no, Andre. I'd take him out too. Timber wins. But it's like, I got to say this, getting out of this. I'm doing the fourth wall. I really truly believe with these Throwback Throwdown shows, the bosses, I've always told you guys, when it comes to the creative team of Impact Wrestling, they can be very good in a hit, or they can miss the mark really badly. I'm sorry, if anyone says they hit the mark all the time, they never do. No, they miss a lot. But in this situation, they always seem to do the right thing. You know why? They go to the wrestler and say, look, we're going to do a storyline here. I'm sure of this. We're going to do this show. Who would you like to be? And then when they choose who they want to be, that's when they write the stories for them to a point. That's the only way this will work. Because there's no way creative could come up with every person in there. That has to be from them. That's got to be from the wrestlers themselves. Because, no, if anyone says this is creative who wrote everything here, that's bullshit. Because the wrestlers had to come up with some of the stuff. Because it's too freaking outlandish. No. Not happening. Now, we got another women's match. Now, that was, where is it? Here we go. We got Jazzy Fit. Wait a minute, what is it? Jazzy Fit Barb. Bobby? Or Fit Bobby or Fit Barb? Or Fit Baby? I can't remember. It's Madison Rayne. And she goes up against, and here's where it gets interesting. The person who comes out, now who was that person who came out? I'm trying to remember who it was. I can't remember who it was. I'm not sure who the guy was. I'm blanking on him. But sorry about that. My alarm went off. It was to remind me to take some cough medicine. But I can't remember who was the $230,000 man. A little bite off of the $1 million man. It was a $237,000 man. And he says, ladies and gentlemen, he comes out before Jazzy's opponent came out. And he says, you know what? I used to be the $300,000 man. Then I was the $287,000 man. And now I am the $237,000 man. But I still got more enough money that anybody in this arena will never have. And I got a new prospect, and she's going to come out, and she's going to destroy Jazzy. Jazzy, you're about to get destroyed. You're about to lose your money. You're about to lose everything. He doesn't say it like that, but that's where he was going. And it's Wanda, the werewoman, who was dressed like Michael Jackson in Thriller, and that is Sienna Evans. Do you hear what I'm saying? Wanda, the werewoman, dressed as Michael Jackson from Thriller. She comes out, painted in her face. She's wearing the Michael Jackson red jacket, and she wrestles a Jazzy. I don't know about you. You may think that this was ridiculous. It was not funny. Guys, these people were allowed to act as silly as they wanted to. They threw a little bit of real wrestling in, but this was never meant to be freaking serious. Period. I'm sorry. For the people that are normally in Impact and whatever extra people that came from the outside to join in, they must have been having fun. Period. In the end, Wanda the Werewoman won, I believe. No, she didn't win. I'm sorry. I have to look at my notes. Wanda the Werewoman didn't win, and neither did Jazz did win. But Wanda the Werewoman decided since she wasn't beating Jazz, she decided to bite her damn neck and turn her into a werewoman. What? Oh my goodness. And I almost forgot the match between I'm a Bell and Rusty Iron, when it was over and Rip Razor was coming in, because I'm aware, I almost got those things confused. I Am a Bell won. He was about to cut her too, until Frank the Butcher came back and drove them off with a hose out of his throat. and his hatchet. No, meat cleaver. I'm sorry, meat cleaver. Two more left. Two more left. You got two more left. Two. If you have been tormented by this, good. Good. I'm so glad you've been tormented because I had to watch this shit and I've lost my freaking mind. Oh, my throat hurts. You do not want to cough. You don't want to laugh really a lot and scream really a lot when your throat hurts. Even if it's a sore throat, it hurts. We get, I think, the Mega Powers versus the Ruskies, because we got the GI Bro skis, and I believe that was, what was it? What did they call themselves? Stampin' Paradise, I believe that's what they called themselves, versus the Russians. And one of them was Madman Fulton, but I think the other guy that I don't recognize him, it could have been John Schuyler, I think. I could be wrong. I'm definitely sure I might be wrong that it was not John Schuyler, but it looked like a little bit of John Schuyler, but it's hard to tell. And we got another standard match, like the Four Corners bull rope match. This was a clean, standard match. And they're trying to hype everyone up, doing USA. They're trying to hype up I Hate the Russians. And when the GI Broskis had their interview, it's saying they did the Pledge of Allegiance, God bless America, and they said we hate some damn Ruskies, or commies, or whatever. They were just playing up all the tropes from the 80s. In the end, the good guys won, which was the Americans. Of course it'll be the Americans. What the hell do you think? It's gonna be the Americans. They won. And then we move on to the final match. I don't even know if I'm going to put images in here. I may just stick this all together and just put it up there, and I'll say, sorry, you didn't get no images. Sorry for your damn luck, baby. But I think I may put some images in here. We got the last match of the night. We got Sex. Breathe. We got Sex. I keep botching the name. Fed. I'm laughing my ass off. I forgot the name of Luke Gallows' guy. I just remember Sex right now. Versus Santa Claus, a.k.a. the Downtown Daddy Brown, a.k.a. the Willie Mack. We got a street fight. A funny street fight. A street fight where 1 point sexy Ferguson, there you go, gets smacked in the ass with a broomstick. In the end, Santa wins, takes off the mask, and he shows that he's Downtown Daddy Brown. The locker room clears out of the men. They pour beer down the gullet of a sexy Ferguson. Everybody's happy. They're enjoying themselves. The person that isn't enjoying himself is Matt Stryker, the guy who is playing him. I can't remember what his name was. Dexter, I think, as well. And he wanted more beer, which was the sponsor of the show. I think it was Paul Red Ribbon Beer. This is what you got. This was the most redonkulous show, guys. Guys, if you just want to switch your mind off and get a stupid laugh, I mean not a funny laugh, not a hilarious laugh, a stupid laugh. Stupid. It's not the stupid, I can't stand you, you don't have no brains in your head. This is stupid, haha. Every trope you can think of from the 80s was thrown in there. The only thing they didn't bring out was the damn DeLorean. And believe me, if they had, they would have brought a DeLorean out. Everything flowed pretty well, except the camera kept kicking off, and there was some problem with audio. And understand this, guys. If you have not been born in the 70s and 80s, like I was born in 1971, I am 50. I've seen this. In those times, Glitches happen when you use old style technology like a wired mic and pretty much in their case, trying to do things internet wise. Now, mind you, they could have done this on purpose to make it feel like the 80s and the camera could kick off on and off, but I don't think so. I think there was something wrong with the stream they were transmitting. And the audio was actually messed with. I think that might have been added in at first as an effect, but then it was an error after that. That's just me. Have a good day. Have a good night. I can't stop laughing. This made my ass laugh so bad. Now my throat hurts and I can't stand it. Peace.